Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Sorry for being gone for so long, but I am back and I hope I can do this with y'all again. More of the mapping side, but I will be doing video games as well. Specifically more Minecraft, of course. But we're bringing back up that series. Anyways, I'll talk about that at the end of the video. So today we are going to be redrawing American borders, American states, to be more precise. So you see all of these American states? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bring them in real quick. Alright, I think I got every single state drawn on now. If I don't, then they're not a state anymore. So first, redrawing every single state. So if we go down over here and we enable rivers, we could just like make it look like that and give the rest over to Oklahoma, but what if we did not do that? Instead, we gave Oklahoma's panhandle over to Texas. Alright, so that's what we got now, and that makes Texas a little bit taller up here. Now, the rest of the American area over here, I mean, we could unite it all as a singular nation, but where's the fun in that when we can just get rid of Rhode Island? They genuinely shouldn't be a state. Or even up here, they may be vastly different, but I don't think they should be separated into separate states, or even Connecticut and Massachusetts. You could even connect those up together. Boom. So that's 1, 2, 3 states gone now. So now we're at 47. Okay, so if we go down here, we can make it 48. So if that's 48, then up here. So if we... I don't think there's any rivers up here, though, so... Oh, there are. There are. Hold up. This is American. So since there is rivers up here, we could probably evenly split it. I just start drawing random lines. Alright, so there's like 20 people above it now, but that makes it 49 now. Also over here, I'd love to solve this little issue. Instead of like putting Delaware into its own thing, or into a different state, we could just easily make this the Delaware Peninsula. Also, this thing. So we'll cede over this northern portion of western Connecticut over to Ohio. And then this other portion will go over to West Virginia. Alright. So we're still at, what, 49 states still? We could probably easily make even more states, specifically over here, like Northern California and Southern California. You could easily just go straight down from right there. So 50 states. Still 50, no, 51 now. Because 1, 2... Okay, so we got rid of 1, 2, 3. And we added 1, 2, 3. So that would be it. Okay, I was right, I guess. Northern Michigan would go over to Wisconsin. Um, what else could we do? Oh, this isn't split up. You know what? Let's see if we can find anything to make this look better if we do split it up. Rivers. I mean, we could split it directly in half like this. I don't think that would look good whatsoever, so we could do that probably. Let's go ahead and get rid of the rivers. Yeah, I don't think that looks that bad. Now, if we go over to Florida, we could get rid of the entire panhandle right there. Give it over to Alabama. So I'm pretty sure it's closer to Alabama, like Alabama's culture anyways. And over here. So we can't have, so we can't have this Baton Rouge, I think, in the same city as Mississippi's. So what we could do is bring up the rivers again. We could just do that instead. Give over the entire western area of the, eastern area of the Mississippi, other than Baton Rouge, over to Mississippi. So that means we could easily just do this now. And boom. Oh, nope. Right, so we could honestly get rid of all of this and give it over to Georgia. But I don't think we would want them to border the Caribbean. So we'll leave Georgia as is. Now, more of the western states. So I know there's a huge valley over here, like all the way over here, or not valley, but mountain range, where it separates Washington from western Washington to eastern Washington, and same thing for Oregon. So what we could do is give it over to Idaho, but no. Actually, we probably could split the state in roughly half, but give Oregon less harsh treatment, I guess, is one way of saying it. But this is going to be the new state of Idaho. Very big, I guess. Their panhandle isn't thin at all. North and South Dakota. So I know historical terms, which is why these two were separated. But that doesn't matter whenever I'm around. They'll be split up anyways, or unified anyways. Or should have been unified, either or. So now we got both Dakotas as one. We could probably split Texas in half, maybe. Like, the entire western region could be its own thing. But then this northern thing would want to be its own thing. So I guess Texas is fine, unless... I'm just drawing random lines. That. Yeah, no, that's not going to work out for them. But we could also give over eastern New Mexico over to Texas, and the rest of New Mexico could go over to Arizona. We could, but even then, that wouldn't even look good. So, we're going to move on to over here. So, rivers, they don't look good. So we'll just block that up. Boom, more square shape. And up here, that would look even better in my opinion for a Virginia to take that over. Virginia and Kentucky to take that over. Now Virginia. You in Western, wait, no, this isn't Virginia. This is Maryland and Virginia. Okay, I did forget something. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at Washington, D.C. So you see where the capital is? We'll just go ahead and make this its own state. I mean, there's even a petition for it to become its own state anyways. I mean, Maryland won't have to worry about it either, so why not? And that makes it 50 again, I believe. So Hawaii's fine. Alaska's been settled. I think this entire thing is settled as well. The entire west from the 49th parallel or thing, but this entire side is done. So what we could do is give this over to New York, this entire northern area. Okay, more smoother borders. Most of New York is different than New York City, too. So this could be its own state, which would make it the 51st. Alright. Then what would happen after that? We could try fixing all of this. We could. I don't know if it would end well, though. I got an idea. You know how earlier I mentioned splitting up New Mexico all the way over here? So we're going to bring back Neo-Texas, like whenever it was in its greatest state. Alright, so I'm doing a very rough shape, and it's gonna be very rough estimate anyways. So so we brought back Big Texas now. And yes, Texas will be big, and it will be staying like this until I say so. Alright, so Big Texas. In that case, we could probably bring back Big Louisiana, picking up all of that again, if not more. The rest of New Mexico would go over to Arizona, because now it's just Arizona land over here. Up here, though, is there any rivers we could follow to split up this thing? So this northern area of Colorado and Utah could be split up, maybe? I don't mind a big Phoenix state. So that means we could easily just remove all of these borders. And as soon as we remove it, we can just boom, boom, boom. Big Arizona. Anything else we could possibly do to mix up the South a little? Well, let's see. So if we, the Carolinas haven't been adjusted except for this little portion of territory. So, South Carolina, you're about to not exist, because you will unify with North Carolina, and Georgia will take some land off of you. I mean, looking good so far. Who am I kidding? It's very ugly. How could we fix Nebraska up here? How could we? I mean, there's not a whole lot we could do other than making even bigger states. which at this point in time would not be a good idea. So then, well, would not be a bad idea is what I was meaning to say. So we can make Wyoming a little bit bigger on this side, which means we could get rid of some of Colorado territory. In that case, we can just go ahead and do that. So boom. Big western Colorado. And Nevada hasn't been messed with at all. So, anything, this southern portion of Nevada would be split up than anything. It would either be split up or given over to Arizona. But I think Arizona is big enough right now. Then Ohio could even get a little bigger. Taking over that. Maybe even taking over a little bit of Pennsylvania territory? No. What Colorado will get is their dream lands. No, they will not annex Michigan. No. That's just going to end bad for both sides. Instead, they get their line pushed up. So I believe that's what they want anyways. These two could unite or like be brought together as one nation. That would just make big Kentucky, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. It wouldn't be a bad idea in my opinion, because the panhandle of Oklahoma is gone. Yeah, the panhandle of Oklahoma is gone. So what could we do? We could make each of these own Indian states over here. Okay, 4 new states. I'm just kidding. No, this is gonna have to stay as Oklahoma. South Nevada, or Vegas at this point. We got Oregon and Washington, the Cascadian states, which honestly could be put together as one state. But I don't know how the rest of the nation would feel. Like, the rest of this. I don't think it looks that bad. But I definitely still prefer a separate Washington and Oregon. Also, this thing, I'm just going to go over here and, okay, all of this is now Canadian. Hold on, it seems I am having a little bit of trouble. I know it would be a very bad idea to allow Canada to have more coastal access, I guess, to the Pacific Ocean. But that's too bad. They got more access. And also for me it just looks overall better up here without having this weird little strip going like down all the way over here. Anyways, this is probably going to do it for today's video. Probably. I haven't posted in a while. I know I was supposed to post for quite a bit, but I am sorry for those who are waiting on me to post again. There's really no excuse for me to say, no, I should continue posting or anything like that. But, I hope y'all enjoy, and I'll see y'all next time.